Many people tend to focus only on the external manifestations of personality, without trying to truly get to know a person. Unfortunately, some representatives of different zodiac signs, including Gemini, are often victims of stereotypes and prejudices. Let's address some of the common myths about the Gemini sign. Myth 1. Geminis are two-faced. People born under the sign of Gemini are often described as fickle and changeable. However, this perception is not entirely accurate. Geminis have many talents and interests, a bright mind, and wit. Their ability to adapt to different situations makes them flexible and versatile. While they may change their moods and views quickly, this does not make them insincere or unreliable. They simply know how to find new paths to success and adapt to change. Myth 2. They are fickle in relationships. The myth that Geminis are not capable of serious and long-term relationships is widespread, but it does not correspond to reality. Although Geminis value their freedom and independence, they can be devoted and faithful partners. They are willing to make compromises in order to maintain relationships, which may not always be evident to others. Geminis are also sensitive and responsive, with effective communication skills, which helps them find common ground and compromise in difficult situations. Myth 3. They are insensitive. Geminis have a lively and emotional life. They are sensitive to the needs of others, can be empathetic, and very romantic. Geminis openly express their emotions and are always aware of the emotional atmosphere, which helps them avoid conflicts. Despite the fact that untrue myths and stereotypes arise around them, they do not pay attention to criticism or angry comments. They understand that it is impossible to please everyone, so they demonstrate tolerance and forgive offenders. Myth 4. They are too frivolous. Geminis are distinguished by their bright minds and wit, the ability to quickly analyze information and make thoughtful decisions. Their intuition is amazing, and their ability to adapt to any circumstances is impressive. Thanks to their creative thinking, they often find innovative approaches to complex problems. Although their decisions may not conform to traditional norms, this often confuses their opponents. Among the famous Geminis, there are many successful business people and politicians, such as Donald Trump, Che Guevara, and Marilyn Monroe, disproving the myth of Gemini's frivolity and inability to make important decisions. In conclusion, while every person is unique in their character and behavior, the common myths and stereotypes about the Gemini sign do not reflect the true nature of these individuals. It is important to approach people with an open mind and try to understand them as unique individuals, rather than relying on superficial perceptions. Myth 5. Their mood changes like the weather. Geminis are outstanding individualists with varied interests. They are able to quickly change moods and interests, but this does not make them unstable. On the contrary, Geminis have adaptability and flexibility, which helps them easily adjust to changes in life and quickly adapt their plans if necessary. In addition, Geminis are highly intelligent individuals with developed emotional sensitivity. They perfectly perceive the emotional atmosphere and changes in their environment. Thus, the myth of Gemini's instability and unpredictability does not correspond to their true nature. In most cases, people of this sign adapt to new conditions and therefore may seem fickle, but they do so in an effort to become more accommodating to everyone. Now let's move on to some facts about this sign. Fact 1. They are masters of conflict avoidance. Geminis tend to avoid direct confrontation, be it physical or verbal aggression. They will never reveal their true position and will try to maintain a neutral stance. And it is sometimes surprising how successfully they do it. This does not mean that Geminis are cowardly or weak in conflict. They simply believe that conflict is always unpleasant. Gemini's life motto: it's better to avoid than to fight. Fact 2. They can be very loyal. Geminis can be great friends, partners, and spouses. However, for a Gemini to be faithful to you, you need to win their love and attention. You need to be interesting and care about them to make them feel happy. In return, they will be ready to give you a lot, although never more than you yourself are ready to give. If you can find the right approach to them, they will create the comfort you have always dreamed of. Overall, the key to understanding and appreciating Geminis is to recognize their adaptability, emotional sensitivity, and desire for harmony, rather than simply judging them based on common stereotypes. Fact 3. Tactful, but can be tactless at times. Geminis have an unusual trait. Sometimes their words can be tactless and cause deep wounds. For example, they may bluntly point out someone's weak points like a Scorpio would, not realizing the potential for harm. Geminis do not seek conflict and are not inherently malicious. Their tactlessness most often occurs due to haste or lack of forethought. A Gemini may be genuinely unaware that they said anything hurtful. Additionally, Geminis can have difficulty apologizing. Firstly, it is challenging for them to admit their mistakes, as it goes against their preference for appearing infallible. Secondly, the process of apologizing is not very easy for them, and sometimes they may try to avoid it altogether. Fact 4. Geminis are true masters of flattery. They skillfully use their charisma to captivate those they like. Flattery is one of the Gemini's tools of seduction. Communication with a Gemini often feels like honey because they say what the other person wants to hear, backed by natural empathy. When you communicate with a Gemini who is striving to please you, your self-esteem will instantly increase. It can feel as if you have met someone who truly understands you and has almost fallen in love with you. Add to this their great sense of humor, and you have an ideal conversationalist. However, it can be especially offensive to hear hurtful words from a Gemini that destroy the positive impression they had created. Fact 5. They are very independent. Geminis stop being easygoing and carefree when rules and conditions begin to be imposed on them. They do not like control or submission, except in situations where it is personally advantageous. Attempting to impose unpleasant conditions on them can cause problems. Geminis avoid open conflicts and prefer to hide their negative emotions, for example, by pretending. Because of this tendency, they are often considered deceitful. To avoid disappointment, it's important not to put them in difficult situations where they will feel compelled to lie or play a double game. It is crucial to always communicate openly with Geminis, asking how they feel and what they want, to avoid misunderstandings. Fact 6. They're incredibly charming. Of all the zodiac signs, Geminis truly possess amazing charm. When they are interested in someone, they can be true masters of seduction. Their flirtations and smiles can be a powerful allure. It is quite difficult, if not impossible, to resist their magnetic personality. Geminis consciously use their gift of charm to get what they desire. For a Gemini, the process of seduction itself is often more important than the ultimate betrayal. In such moments, they simply enjoy their ability to conquer and charm. Can't control their emotions. Geminis show their emotions openly. If they are sad, everyone around them notices, and the same thing happens when they are happy. These people express their inner feelings to the fullest. Thanks to their ability to be in tune and express their emotions, Geminis are considered one of the most empathic signs of the zodiac. Geminis are great at jobs that require interaction with people. Communication fills them with energy, and they feel better. That's all. Thanks for watching. And if you want more videos on this sign, don't forget to like,